Okay, I'm going to do just a quick video here showing how to mix up bread dough. That's about a half cup of kefir in there so far. And I'm going to put about another cup and a half. So I'm going to have about 2 cups of kefir in there. And then a teaspoon of salt, sea salt. Sorry about the video, I need to get a tripod and stuff. Okay, so a teaspoon of salt, and then flour. It's going to be somewhere around 2 to 3 cups of flour. So I have, this is about a cup of whole wheat flour. Trust me, I'm good with visual measurements. And see how that is bubbling really well? That's from the kefir. So the kefir is your leavening agent. And then I'm going to add some white flour. And that's about a cup. Stir that in. So it's not an exact amount because you need to just kind of watch the texture of the bread, just like regular bread dough making. When you add the first ingredients and then it says add 3 to 5 cups more of flour or whatever if you're doing a big batch. It doesn't give you an exact amount, you just have to kind of watch it. Okay, well, since I don't have a tripod, this is really hard to stir with one hand. So I'm going to set it down for a second. I'm going to get about a half a cup more flour. So it's pretty thick, but still quite gooey. These are little, this is a 1/4 cup scoop. Okay, let me see if I can put that there. And you don't want a super stiff dough, but you don't want it really soft either. So this is probably going to be about right. So get it all stirred up. And then all I'm going to do is just cover this and let it sit for 24 hours. And my schedule's kind of wacky this week, so I need this for Tuesday night, but Tuesday during the day I'm going to be gone. So I'm going to either cook it, I'll probably cook it early Tuesday morning. And if I don't, then I'll cook it Tuesday afternoon, but I'll probably put it in the fridge if it's been more than 24 hours and I'm not ready for it yet. Okay, well that's pretty good. I think I'm going to put just a little bit more, maybe another 1/4 cup. all the ingredients. So it's just kefir, salt, and flour. And then the kefir will work on the flour and ferment it. So this is a form of fermented grain. But you do need to get all the flour that you're going to put in it right up front. You don't want to be adding any more flour at the end, because then that flour won't get fermented. So, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I did one batch that was pretty soft, like too runny, really. And it came out more eggy, kind of custardy. It was still good. It was just a little different texture. So, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so that is the texture that I want. So it's pretty sticky and stiff, but softer than, you know, a loaf that would be ready to go in the oven. And it will get more stiff as you go along, so you want it to be a little bit wet, you know, on the wet side when you're going in. So I'll just kind of scrape this down and then cover it. And it will be ready to go. And then, in case I don't get this on video again, after this sits for 24 hours, then you just gently lift it out. It'll be a little bit more of a solid dough. And you put it into a baking pan. I'll show you what I use. I use this little white pan here, and I actually have lids for them. So I do it covered at 500 degrees for 15 minutes, and then uncover it and turn the heat down to about 325 for another half an hour. And that's all there is to it. Okay, so I'm going to get a cover. I'll use this cute little thing. And it's a little bit warm here because I have a crock pot going that I just started. This one is just soaking split peas, and it's a cold soak, so it is not hot. So it's just at room temperature here. And this has a few layers, so it shouldn't get too dried out. If you're worried, you know, like if it's summertime and really dry in your house and you're worried that it's going to get dried out, you could put plastic over it instead of just a cloth. But this should be fine just with this cloth. Okay, thanks for watching.